Uh, could you please first describe your country's education system for us?
Okay, so firstly, I come from China, and it's definitely the education system is definitely an examination oriented, which means that people only focus more on the outcome of the education, which is the grades, the numbers, and I think we people just focus more on the materials, on the books or the textbooks rather than experiments, and we just don't spend that much time on the utilizations of the knowledge, but just the outcome, not the journey, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And what's your opinion about the education system as a student?
Yeah, so I when we see this in a bigger aspect, I think is like definitely reasonable because as we all know, like there are a lot of people in China. There's like literally a lot of people, and that like based on this huge population, like um, for example, companies, schools, and different places, we have to like create different standards to measure how good people do well in different regions. So, for example, companies will have to like look for better employees for their profit, and how would how would there be a like better a good measurement for them to pick those people? I think that would be a their grades. Um, before I think it is a good way to do it, but it's not a perfect way to do this.
Yeah.
So before we come up with better ideas of how to measure people's like quality,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's reasonable. But as for a student, I definitely hate it because like I have to go to like extracurriculum courses classes in order to um, improve my grades,
Mm-hmm.
and it definitely sucks. So I hate this as a student.
Yeah. And what problems do you think your country's education system has?
It is like how I just like what I said to you, like the whole thing, like where people just focus on the numbers is definitely very boring, and we just don't care about how well we understand those knowledge, but only but I don't know how to say this, but I just think it's boring, and it won't let me to like show all my potentials. So I think it cannot motivate me as well. So
Yeah. And what's the teacher's role in your country?
I actually like thought about this before. So um, if we say like an American teacher is like a guide board, which just points out the direction of a student, like the teacher shows them how to do this, and the student can choose. Um, we can say a Chinese teacher might be a guide, a person who just leads a student like go through the whole journey of learning, and the teacher just like a babysitter that it, they control you, they tell you like you have to do something that you cannot do. So yeah, it is a control you in all aspects.
Yeah. So, as a potential teacher, because I know your major is education, right?
Yeah. I'm wondering why.
And what do you want to say to your country's education system? Like you can also talk about the expectation, your expectation about the future education system.
Please hire my salary. I'm just kidding. Well, excuse me. Well, I guess like I hope the classrooms, the government will like let us the teachers let the classroom be more free. Like the teachers can do more things to show off like their knowledge, what they have learned in their universities, their colleges, which will like I think it will be fun for teachers to do so, and they will also be encouraged because they can like show people what they got rather than just the simple stuffs and boring stuffs. And they could get bored as well if they owning or like allowed to teach what are in those textbooks.
Uh-huh.
So I think the classrooms could be more free, and also like for students, people like fun stuff. So yeah, I think it's definitely a problem, and it can be improved by this. And what else? I don't know about salary. Yeah, I definitely should think like in China, like teachers' salary could be higher because like it can like also like motivate the teachers to teach because it's hard. It's very tired, and we all know that, especially for those high school teachers, that they earn very little. So. And as I know that I asked a lot of teachers in my high school that they were not very satisfied well or about what they are doing. So I think the government should like do more things to help with it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.